Some women don't chase men. And yet, somehow these women become the only ones a man will ever truly remember. They linger in his memory like the ghost of a half-remembered dream. Most women chase the wrong things. Love, attention, validation. But she chased nothing. And in that, she became everything to him. He was drawn to her without knowing why. He couldn't define it, but he felt it deep within him. A pull, a longing to be near her. It wasn't her beauty, not exactly. It was the stillness in her presence. The way she could sit with silence without shrinking from it, filling the space between them with an uncomfortable hum. He felt seen in a way no one had ever seen him before. And it both terrified and excited him. She didn't react when he pulled away. He'd grown used to women chasing, pleading, asking where the love went. But she didn't chase. She stayed still, watching, not with anger, not with sadness, just with a deep knowing that he couldn't fathom. That triggered something primal, something instinctual within him. Every time he pulled away, expecting her to chase, she stayed still, seeing, and that terrified him more than rage ever could. You see, we can't escape our shadow. Not really. We can't outrun the parts of ourselves we deny, pretend, or refuse to acknowledge. And for him, those parts were his shadow self, his unhealed wounds, his unexamined beliefs, all of it projected onto her. He didn't love her. He loved the reflection of his own unlived soul. He loved the idea of her. But when she didn't match the fantasy, when she refused to carry the emotional weight of his unhealed mother wound, he felt betrayed, not by her, but by himself. This is what Carl Jung warned of, the anima, the inner feminine within every man, projected onto women. He doesn't love her. He loves the reflection of his own unhealed self. When that self doesn't match the fantasy, he feels betrayed, not by her, but by himself. That's the first trigger. She doesn't save him. He expected her to, because that's what he was used to. Women soothing his pain, fixing his mistakes, patching his ego. But she didn't. She didn't fix him. She exposed him. And that exposure was unbearable to a man still at war with his own mirror. He called her cold, distant, aloof, but she was none of those things. She was a storm hidden in calm waters, while he remained anchored to his wounded self, unable to navigate the depths of his own psyche. To him, she appeared still. The second trigger is silence. She spoke little, but saw much. Her pauses weren't empty. They were invitations, opportunities for him to delve deeper, to explore the vast ocean within himself. But he didn't. He filled those pauses with his own projections, his own insecurities, his own inadequacies. In her quiet, he heard judgment. In her steady gaze, he imagined rejection. But it wasn't her judging him. It was his own inner critic he was hearing. His own shame he was seeing. She merely reflected what was already there, what he refused to acknowledge. That's why he became restless, irritated, distant. But all she did was remain present, anchoring herself to the shore while he tossed on the waves of his own making. The third trigger is she chose herself. Love, he thought, was about possession, about keeping her by his side, even if it was just a fleeting moment. But she didn't stay for him. She walked away when she felt the need, when she felt his love slipping away, when she felt her worth being diminished. She didn't slam doors, didn't issue warnings, didn't beg for reconciliation. She just walked away, and that broke him, because now he faced the one thing his ego feared most: abandonment without control. She left him with the echoes of her silence, with the whispers of her presence, with the faintest memory of her touch. That kind of woman doesn't need revenge. Her absence becomes the reckoning. Her silence, scripture. He may not understand what he lost, the depths she offered, the solace she embodied, but he will feel it in every woman who lacks her depth, in every moment of regret disguised as pride. He'll seek her in every sunset, knowing he'll never grasp the twilight. He'll scroll through other faces, seeking that same mystery, that depth, that very essence of her. But it's gone, because she was never his. She was a chance for him to meet himself, to confront his own shadow, to acknowledge the parts of himself he'd buried, denied, and rejected. She didn't just leave the room. She exited his psyche, his mirror, his own reflection, and in doing so, she left him with the only thing that could change him, himself. The feminine doesn't destroy, she reveals, and the masculine, who has made peace with his own anima, will see that revelation as a threat. He will fight it, resist it, until one day he surrenders, not to her, but to the truth she embodied. The woman who triggers his shadow is not cruel, she is sacred. She arrives not to heal him, not to save him, but to remind him that healing is his alone to do. And when she goes, she doesn't look back, because the woman who walks away in silence isn't weak. She simply sees more.